What's going on? Hello. Welcome back. Anything is possible. Anything at all. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Anything is possible. Anything, like the Jamaicans would say. This little thing right here, just licking my finger. She's crazy. Anything's possible though, right? If this little pug, if this little runt can be born up in Mississippi or Montana, driven back down to Palm Springs and found right into my lap 2 months after she was born, anything else is possible, right? This little runt, she almost didn't make it. She's the runt. She's the small one. You see this big girl? She's the small one. Yeah, she's a little runt. And you can totally tell looking at her siblings that she barely made it. She was thinner than the rest of them. Her eyes were barely opening. She wasn't fighting for her life. She was just letting them run all over her, all her little siblings. So if she could make it, you could make it. Now, that's really what this is all about, right? There's nothing here to be learned or none of that stuff. We're just going to chat today about how possibility will find you if you keep yourself open to it. How possibility has no choice but to find you in this world of possibilities. You want to play fetch? Well, there's a lot of good stuff coming for you. There is so much good stuff coming for you. The question is, are you ready for it? Are you open for it? Because it's not going to look like everything else. It's not going to look like your past. It's not going to feel like the same familiar feelings. You're not going to hear the same tone of voice. So are you ready for this newness? Are you ready? Are you okay with change? Because it is coming. And it's coming based on what you asked for. You asked for it. You were tired of the same thing over and over. You were fed up with the people, the places, the job, the money, the experiences. You're like over it. Now, they didn't have to be bad for you to be over it. They just don't have to be for you anymore. And because it's not for you anymore, it's not something you resonate with that makes you feel good. And so you started asking for new things, different experiences, new people, new money, new love, romantic, platonic. But as you started to call out for these things, God said, here you go. Because God always answers us with what we want. So God says, here you go. But as it's coming to you, you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like, is this what I've been asking for? Wait, this doesn't look right. This looks nothing like that. It looks nothing like what I actually think I want. So it can't be it. Oh no, let me go back to what I was used to doing because I'm so used to that. I know what to expect. I know what to predict. I can predict what's going to happen next. I'm so used to it. Let me go back to that. The newness is too new and it's too uncertain. It's too big. It's too grand. I don't feel worthy. I don't know if I can handle it when it gets here. All of it's so big. Let me just go back to the normal stuff. Oh, okay, that's better. That back and forth. It's not just me. I know that. It ain't just you. You know that. It's anyone out there who has a dream. Anyone out there who has a desire. Anyone out there who is just okay with having more. That battle arises and it can be won. How can I say this? I've won that battle many times. I've won the battle of choosing to go back to the old or embrace the new. What does winning look like? To me, is embracing the new. For some, winning could look like embracing the old. going back to what was familiar. And that's okay. If that's a win for you, if you're okay with it, do it. It wasn't for me though. I couldn't be, I was not okay with the regular, the mundane, the normal, the 9 to 5, the no challenges really arising. Like I had to create my own challenges in life so I can elevate myself and get to a point where I want to be, a place where I want to be, where I'm actively enjoying like life. And that doesn't always look like jumping off of rooftops into swimming pools and having a party every day. Like, no, enjoying life is when you don't have worries. You don't have fears. And if you do have them, they're in the back burner. They're in the back of the train. Like they don't have a seat in the front of the caboose. Fear, worry. They don't have a seat in the front of the train. They don't get to sit with us because anything is possible, and fear and worry only distract us from this fact. So I'm here to remind you, anything's possible. You got this, man. You've got this. You just got to get out of your own way. It does get a little weird to feel okay with everything. It's a weird feeling. We've been taught, oh, just wait for that other shoe to drop. We've been taught things can't be too good too long. If anything's too good, that's too God. God's the one who made it too good. Anything good is the creator. We are created out of the goodness. So if something's too good, that means it's for you, not the opposite. Not like, oh my God, things have been great for 5 years. It's only a matter of time before things start to go south. No. That frame of thought, that frame of thinking, eliminate it. It's unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And in fact, it's in adversion to what you want to do, which is to feel okay all the time. Does that mean you won't get triggered and anger won't arise? No, but it's a being okay that anger is present and not feeding the anger, allowing it to be what it is. Okay, it's here. All right, got it. It's here. Well, so am I. And if I can see the anger's here, that means I'm not the anger. Well, that's some liberation. That's some freedom right there. Being okay. Being grateful. Be grateful to that anger. Thank you, anger, for showing me where I can do better. In staying out of the anger and seeing it, wow, I get why this would trigger me. Something in my past happened this way, even though at the end of that particular scenario, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That anger still kind of stuck with me. So you know what? Now's my moment to choose to just feel the anger, not be consumed by it, allow it to be there, recognize why it's there, and let it go. It'll let go on its own if you just do that process. If you work your way through that process, the anger will dissipate. It will disseminate on its own because there's nothing giving it energy. The energy the anger has from the time it triggers you. So let's take a scenario, okay? Let's make this make sense. 5-year-old kid gets stung by a bee, and then their sister slaps him. Sister slaps him right after the bee fucking sting happens. Bee stings, sister slaps him. Doesn't know he got stung by a bee, slaps the crap out of him. Kid gets angry at the sister, right? Not the bee, but the sister. Okay, scared of the bee, angry at the sister. Years and years and years go by. Right, now this kid is a young adult. and they're playing a game with one of their friends. One of their buddies accidentally hits his face, right? They're doing like some, not slap boxing. They're not even doing a physical game. It's just whatever was going on in the room. Someone ends up kind of hitting him on the face. That same anger gets triggered. Well, if the child at 5 didn't harbor that anger and didn't act on it and meditated on it, believe it or not, if this 5-year-old were to meditate on that anger and just recognize this anger is here, I'm not this anger, right? Can you imagine a little kid doing this? That's the future, by the way. Little kid, it's not my anger. That is my sister. I love her. I love me. Anger is just anger. And whew, it's gone. In the future, when the young adult got slapped, the anger would have never come up. It would have never, ever happened. Because the 5-year-old child didn't harbor that energy and not allow it to release. So from 5 to 25, that anger's inside the kid because he didn't let it go. So when it's triggered, it has a reason now to come up and try to get out. But what we do is we fall in love with it and we're like, yeah, we're angry. And then we keep feeding that beast so it doesn't leave. It stays and it gets stronger. It stays and it gets stronger. Man, why do you think so many people have sicknesses and illnesses and fucking diabetes and sciatica and my back hurts? And it's because of all the hatred, the sadness, the anger, the fear, the worry, the doubt, the discouragement, the physical abuse, all the stuff that has yet to have been let go of. It's still existing today. So as you live your life, we're not living a brand new life. We're living an old life in a new form until we break those cycles, and they can be broken. You just got to allow that energy to be there. It is scary, but that's what gets you back to a center point where you know you're calibrated. And if you sway one way too happy, one way too sad, you'll know. And you can maintain your self-awareness. So this wasn't meant to be this type of video, but it turned out to be so. I'm glad it did. Embrace the newness. Embrace the change. New, great, freaking exciting things are coming for you guys. They really, really are. They're coming hard and fast. You just have to believe it. Don't conform to this world. Conform to your world. It is the only truth that there is. And as we all conform to our own inner worlds, guess what? We are making the outer world conform to us. And that's how we change this system, this Babylonian system. We don't change it by fighting these fuckers. We don't change it by fighting these guys. We don't change it by fighting these people. We change it by overcoming our own self-limitations and being the greatest version of ourselves. If you can imagine what that is, you're already ahead of the game. I hope that this has met you with some intense love, invigorated and inspired you to embrace this new stuff. It's new and it's coming. You keep asking, it's coming. Maybe you're the one in the way. Get out the way, allow God to serve its people as we have served it. I love you so much. Remember, mind is matter. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right? And let's walk this path toward the sun together. It's been Makaija, Direct Sunlight and Mind is Matter. I will see you on the next one.